Welcome back to another live here with designbundles.net. So we are so excited today because we're also going live over on TikTok. So I'm trying to get ready. I've already joined in over here on TikTok. So now you guys can see us if you're watching here on YouTube, Facebook. I believe we're on Twitter and Twitch, but we're also joining in today over on TikTok. So we're really excited about that. Now, if you guys are watching us on TikTok, you're just now joining us. If you want to be a part of today's giveaway, or you want to see my screen share, you have to head on over to YouTube or to Facebook. So to win, you have to be on YouTube or Facebook. So definitely head on over there. And we're going to do a giveaway at the very end of this live. So today, if you want to win, you're going to get a bundle of your choice. So you get to pick the bundle that you want. If you win, all you have to do is use hashtag bundle, no S, hashtag bundle in the comments below for a chance to win. Now, remember, if you're watching on TikTok, head on over to YouTube or Facebook so you guys can have a chance to win today. So what we're doing here today is we are going to be sublimating cell phone cases, and we are going to be doing this with our Cricut Easy Press. That's a question I have been getting forever. Can you use your Cricut Easy Press for this? And yes, you can. Whether it is your 6x7 or all the way to your 10x12, you can definitely sublimate with your heat press. Now today we're going to test it out. I'm going to do it at 370 for 75 seconds. I used to do it at 400 degrees for 60 seconds, but everything now that it's developing more, there's more tests done. So we're going to test it today, 370 for 75 seconds. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We are going to go ahead and get ready here. Now let me go over all of my supplies that I have here, and then I'm going to do my screen share. So once again, if you guys are watching on TikTok, head on over to YouTube and Facebook so you guys can have a chance to win. Use that hashtag bundle today for a chance to win a bundle of your choice. All right, so here we go. We are going to, I've already printed these out, which I'm going to show you guys in Designscape in just a second. Now, remember, whenever it comes to sublimation, I'm going to show you guys here on TikTok as well. Whenever it comes to sublimation, it comes in lighter before you press it. Okay, so I've got a couple different designs from this bundle that I'm using today. I've already printed those. I use my Sawgrass SG500, which is right behind me here. And then I've got a couple of cell phone cases. Now, when you get these, depending on what kind you are using, they're going to come with these little aluminum inserts here that are separate. Or sometimes if you're doing like those foldable cell phone cases, it may be attached. So the one thing you have to keep in mind here is you have to take off this coating right here, okay? There is a little clear coating and you want to take that off. We'll get to that in a second. So I've got a little weeding tool for that to make it easier. I've got some heat tape here, as well as a little ruler. And then I've got a pair of scissors and I have a little lint-free cloth. And then once again, I'm using my Cricut Easy Press today. I have it at 370 for 75 seconds. Now, another thing that I do have is you are going to need a piece of parchment paper or what we call blowout paper, which is just butcher paper. So you're going to need that so we can create our little sandwich, our little taco, if you guys will. So we have this here. All right, don't forget, if you guys want to win, if you're on TikTok, head on over to YouTube and Facebook and use the hashtag bundle. If you guys are watching from YouTube or Facebook and all of those, you want to use hashtag bundle today to have a chance to win a bundle of your choice. Welcome, Laura. As you guys are coming in, let me know where you guys are from and let me know what projects you guys are working on. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and head on over. Let's share my screen really quick, just so I can show you guys what, so give me just a second. I'm going to share my screen. I want to show you guys what designs I'm using today. Now, once again, if you're watching here on TikTok, head on over to Facebook or YouTube so you guys can check this out. If not, just hang tight. All right, so right here is the bundle that this is the bundle I'm using today. It's only one credit and it comes with a bunch of these. So it's a whole set of these. Now you can do, individual designs or you can do them with the background colors. So it's really, really neat. And I'll show you those here in just a second. I'm gonna bring it into Designscape to show you. You can bring this into whether it's Sawgrass's software to print it over there, or you can use our program. If you guys are a Gold Plus member, you guys can use our program, which is Designscape, to do it as well. So really fun patterns here. You guys can make pillows with this. You can make t-shirts with it. You can do all sorts of different things with these backgrounds. But today I'm going to show you cell phone cases. All right, so what I did was over here in Designscape, I brought my designs in. So what we did was I started with, I'm going to come up here to File, try not to go too fast. So I'm going to come up to File, and then I'm going to go to New. That way I can create a blank canvas. I'm printing these on 8.5 by 11. So I'm going to choose Letter, and then I'm going to hit Create. So that gives me a blank piece of paper, basically. So this is my blank piece of paper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my design. So what I'm going to do is go back to File. I'm going to go to Open and Place this time. That way I can place it on top. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to click Open and Place. And then we're going to choose our design. So I'm going to go ahead and click on these just to kind of show you guys. I don't think you guys can actually see this live. You guys can't see my files. So I'm going to go ahead and bring this one in. Say, for example, to bring in the one I already had. So I'm going to click on Upload. So you're just clicking on your file. You guys couldn't see that, but once you open your guys' file, and then you're going to hold the Shift down on your keyboard, and then you're going to drag it from your corner. This is going to keep it proportional. Okay. Now, if you want to distort it just a little bit, as much as you can without it being noticeable to really get it to, the length that you may need for a cell phone case, for example, what I would do is I'm going to move it up to the top here. If I needed to, I would just stretch it down without holding down that Shift, or just stretch it down a little bit like so. Then what I could do, once again, Shift, grab my corner, size it down so I can bring in a second one. So that way if I wanted to print multiple, etc. I'm going to go to File. We're going to go to Open and Place, and I'm going to bring in another one. I'm going to bring in this. I'll bring in this super cute one right here. Click on Upload, and I'm going to do the same thing. So from here, I'm going to hold that Shift, and then I'm going to drag it down. All right. So something about like this. And then I just want it to be out of the way of the other design. And then once again, if I need to distort it a little bit, I can do so until it looks okay. Once I was done with this, all I have to do is go to Layer, Flatten Image, and it's now going to bring it down to one layer. Okay. And then if I need to mirror it, so if you guys are using an Epson sublimation printer, you guys could come up here to Image, and then you can go to Transform, and then we can flip it horizontal, and this is going to mirror for us. After this, simple, easy peasy, we're going to go to File, and then we're going to export as PNG. Okay. Then we're going to hit Save, and it's going to allow us, you've seen it just jumped right up there. And at that point, it's just going to allow us to print it, send it over to Sawgrass, etc. All right, so let's go ahead and drop our camera back down here so that way we can start working here. All right, so we're back over here. We're ready to go. My Cricut Easy Press is set 370 for 75 seconds. If you guys are just now joining us, we are sublimating cell phone cases today. So we are using the Cricut Easy Press 370 for 75 seconds. I've got my cell phone cases here, already got my designs and stuff. You're gonna need some heat tape. And then I've got my Cricut pad. All right, so let's go ahead and move some of these things out of the way. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you guys for joining. I'm so excited. All right, so I actually printed these a couple different ways. So I'm going to show you both here. So here on TikTok, you guys can see this. See how it's much bigger? So I didn't distort this very much. I distorted this one a little bit because I wanted to keep my gnome in the center. So I really wanted that certain placement of my design. So I really wanted to have a certain placement here. Or if you don't mind, you can definitely do it here. So I don't have so much of my bird, if you will, on this one, but I've got a little bit more of that bird that's going to come in on the other one. So I'm actually going to use this one here. All right. So we'll set this guy out of the way. And you guys bear with me as I try to work on this TikTok at the same time as YouTube and Facebook and stuff. So you guys bear with me. I'm so excited that you guys have joined. If you guys have just joined us, we are doing another giveaway today. Use hashtag bundle for a chance to win a bundle of your choice. We're going to do the giveaway at the end. If you guys are watching on TikTok, head on over to Facebook or YouTube because you have to enter over there. So just enter hashtag bundle in the comments below for a chance to win. All right, so I've cut these down so you guys can see that here. So I've already cut these down to size. So we've got this here. Now, don't forget, we're going to do Q&A at the end too. So if you want to be a part of that Q&A, definitely head on over as well. We're going to do that at the end over on YouTube and Facebook. But Brittany is here on the comments and all of our socials here. So if you guys have any questions along the way, definitely comment down below and she will help. Okay. So the very first thing that's very, very important with these cell phone cases is this film. I think a lot of people forget or don't know that there's a film on it. So hopefully you guys can see this here. So we've got this film. You want to take this off first. Now, if you keep your fingerprints off of here, you don't need to clean it. Okay. But if you accidentally touch it or anything like that, make sure you clean it with a lint-free cloth because you want to remove any sort of oils or anything like that. Okay. So next thing we're going to do is line this guy up and we're going to tape it down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and line this up wherever I want my designs to be. So whatever designs I'm wanting to pick up, I'm going to go ahead and place it down. Then we're going to take that heat tape here. We're just simply going to tape it down. So like I said, this is a question that we get quite often is, can you sublimate with your Cricut Easy Press? Now with me, I actually got into sublimation years ago. I think, I can't remember, but maybe like 2016 or so. It's been a while. And I started out with the Cricut Easy Press, the first one. And then that's when they released the 2, so the temperature could be higher, so that way you could sublimate. So I actually started out sublimating with a Cricut Easy Press. So we're going to get this one, and now we're going to come in and we're going to get this little guy, okay? So once again, we got to make sure we are removing. Now, another thing I want to point out, say with these backgrounds, you could definitely take some font. You could take one of our other PNG designs, and you can layer these right there inside of Designscape to personalize them even further. So you can definitely customize these cell phones little or as much as you want to. All right, so once again, I'm clean here. I don't have to worry about it. I'm ready to go. I love this flower pattern. It's so cute. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and tape it down again. Now with these cell phone cases, that's a question I've seen is, do you have to flip them over, or do you, because I sublimate them like this, okay, with the paper up, so like this. But they are so thin. This metal is so thin. So if you accidentally forget and you sublimate from this way, you're going to be A-okay because it is a very thin metal. Now, if it was something like a ceramic tile or something like that, it would make a difference, obviously. But with something this thin, it doesn't really matter. It's okay. And I'm actually going to be able to sublimate both of these at the same time. I think I'm going to be able to fit them. I'm going to attempt to. So we're going to take and create a taco, if you will, or a sandwich, as somebody calls it. Some people. So I'm going to go ahead and get these in here side by side. All right. Everybody can see here. And then we're going to close this. All right. Now, like I said, normally for over the last few years, I've done it 400 degrees for 60 seconds, and that has worked. But now with obviously everybody's playing with it. Times and temps are different. So we're going to try it today, 370 for 75 seconds. So now I'm going to go right on top, try to keep it nice and steady, and then I'm going to hit go. Now, the one thing I forgot to tell you guys that we need, and I didn't bring them with me, is my heat gloves. So I'm going to have to be super, super careful because you guys definitely want to protect your hands because remember, this is like 370 degrees. I'm giving it some light pressure. I'm just trying to make sure it's all even. So that way everything is, you know, getting sublimated. And then I'm trying not to shift around. So that way we're not getting any ghosting or anything like that. Now, remember, we are going to do Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, definitely leave them down below. And then don't forget, over on YouTube and Facebook, we are doing a giveaway. All you have to do is enter hashtag bundle for a chance to win a bundle of your choice. So that is super, super exciting. So but I'm so excited that you guys are here. I'm so excited to be on TikTok. So I'm really, really excited. I really hope this works out. And we're just learning. We're figuring out how we're going to do this and make it happen. So we're just excited to craft with everybody. And we want to make sure that we're covering wherever you're hanging out. So we've got 15 more seconds here. Once again, I highly recommend, guys, using heat gloves because you want to be safe. So 8, 7. Remember, Brittany is down in the comments and she is helping out. I believe we may have a few more as well. So feel free to ask those questions. All right. So once you've got this, now you want to go ahead and peel. So I'm going to be careful, like I said, and what I can actually do is I have these little handy dandy Cricut tweezers. You just want to be careful because you don't want to scratch anything up. And I'm just going to go ahead and pull a corner here. And I'm actually going to use this little lint-free cloth here. And I'm going to get a corner here and then I'll hold down a corner here so we can peel that off. Oh my gosh, it's so, so cute. And then I'm going to get my next one. So you guys just bear with me for a second so I can show you guys. All right, so you're just going to peel those out of the way. And then I'm going to go ahead and get these off so they can cool down. Now, these should cool down quite quickly because it's a really thin metal. So I'm just going to kind of scoot them out of our way and then I'll peel that tape off. So you guys bear with me for just a second. So if you guys actually have like a granite countertop, I wouldn't just do it on any countertop, but if you guys have a granite countertop, it will actually cool these down like instantly. So that's really, really nice, but we're not working at the studio today. So I'm just going to kind of move these around a little bit. Once again, if I have my heat gloves. So while we do that, you guys start to leave those comments down below. Now, while I let those finish cooling before I really show them, I want to point out too, you're going to have your cell phone cases like this. There's several different ones, tons of different sizes on the market. what you're going to see is this little plastic piece right here. What this is it's adhesive. So you're going to have to peel this off, and then we're going to stick this on top. So this is our very final step with these. But you see there's pink, there's white, there's black, there is colors. There's glitter ones and things like that. Lots of different ones, lots of different sizes to cover your phones. So these are quite affordable. This is something I recommend it all of the time. Is if you guys are starting out like a little small business, this is a great one to start out with, because these guys are pennies basically, and you guys can sell them. Say I pay $1 for these and I can sell them for $10, $20. It's quite a good turnaround. So thank you guys so much. Give me just a second. I think they're almost cooled down. And what I do is kind of move them to another area, and that should speed that up. Okay, so while we wait, let's go ahead and peel this. I'm just going to take my weeding tool here and weed this. Now, don't forget, we're doing a giveaway today. Use the hashtag bundle for a chance to win. Now, make sure it's just one. There's no S on the end, so make sure you hit hashtag bundle. If you guys are on TikTok, head on over to YouTube and Facebook for a chance to win. I think we're almost done here with these. So we're going to go ahead and peel these off, and then I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to bring them up really close. So give me just a second, and I'm going to show them to everybody. I'll show one up here and one over here so you guys can see. Look how cute these are. Are these not adorable? I love this pattern. And like I said, these patterns, this bundle comes with so many different patterns here. These would be perfect for Valentine's. But even without Valentine's, you see this one will work for anything. The flowers, look at how adorable those are. So I'll bring these up here really quick. So cute. And you guys can see I moved those around. I distorted the design a little bit, and they don't look distorted. So feel free to play around. And you see how I wanted that bird in here? I was talking about that here. Was with this design, I was not going to be able to get that bird in there. So that's why I distorted it a little bit. So you guys can hopefully see that there. I would not have gotten the bird that I got inside of here had I not done that. And then these colors right here for the flowers are just so cute. Now, keep in mind, if you didn't add a design, so say I wanted to with these flowers, I wanted to add a name. I wanted to personalize this or put a name down here or something, or I wanted to add a super cute PNG. You could definitely still take your Cricut or your Silhouette, and you can add vinyl to these. So if you wanted to customize these even further, you could add vinyl to them. All right, so let's go ahead and finish putting these things together. So as you guys seen, I peeled off that coating. So we're going to go ahead and just take this like so. It's so easy. And then you're just going to push it down like this, right? And it's going to bond to this. So easy. And there you have it. Perfect little phone case. They are so cute. And like I said, if you guys are starting a small business, guys, I always recommend this one. If you want one thing to sell and you guys want good profit and turnaround, highly recommend the cell phone business. Now, don't go out there and buy hundreds of the same, you know that iPhone changes all the time, right? We have the iPhone 12, 11, 13. Only buy, so many at a time, because you can grab them. Say, for example, you buy these on Amazon, you could have more in a few days. Okay. So it's not like you need to stock up and keep hundreds of these on hand, because cell phones change. But everybody, the reason this business works so well, everybody's getting a new phone, right? So you're getting a new phone every single year. They need a new case. So it's just a great business. Or maybe you want to personalize it and put the kiddos' faces on here. Or like I said, you want to gift somebody and add their name and personalize it. Look at this with that white. Didn't that pop out so cute? I really love the way that came out. So you guys see with a white case, how that even made that design pop even further. I love it so much. I think this would have been really cute too with the white. Just to show you guys one more time. Now, don't forget, use the hashtag bundles. We're about to be getting ready for the Q&A and then the giveaway. So my friends here on TikTok, I'm going to go ahead and get ready for Q&A. I'm going to be answering those. But as you guys, you'll hear me read off the question and then you'll hear me answer those. So just stay tuned on that. But if you definitely want to be a part of this giveaway, head on over to either Facebook or YouTube now so you guys can use that hashtag bundles. All right, so let's go ahead and get ready for Q&A. All right, so we are ready for Q&A. You guys drop those comments down below. I know there's probably plenty already to answer, but if you guys have any questions, drop them down below. Now on TikTok, if you have any, Brittany's in the comments and she can help as well. All right, do the cases protect the glass part of the phone? Do they have a bumper? Yes, these ones do have a bumper. Obviously, you're not going to be able to provide somebody with a warranty or anything like that. But yes, they have a really nice bumper here on the side. And like I said, I've been doing these for years, and I've had these on my phone for a very long time. Like one of them I had on my phone for probably 6 months, and it really does work. They work great. They're just your basic cell phone. It's just you're personalizing them. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Do you have to have a license to use these? Now, if you guys are a Plus member, these are actually Plus, these are for the Plus members, right? If you are a Plus member, they come with commercial use, so you can definitely sell these. But even if you purchase like through our regular designs, this is a finished product. You can sell these. Whether you guys are purchasing a design from us, you can definitely sell these. All right, let's see. Did you print it on sublimation paper? Yes, I did. And the sublimation paper that I use is True Pix Classic. It's one of my favorites, but yes, I printed it with my Sawgrass. Hopefully you guys can see it back here, my Sawgrass SG500, and I use True Pix Classic. All right, where did you get the blanks? So these ones right here, I actually just picked up right from Amazon, but you can get them from places like Condi, JP Plus. I mean, there's lots of different places. I even believe Coastal carries them, but this is one that you can simply grab on Amazon. All right, let's see what else we have. What program were you using before printing? The program I'm using is Designscape. So it's actually free. If you guys are a Gold Plus member, you guys get it for free. So for example, if you guys have an Epson printer, but you need a program to use for stuff like this when you're sublimating printing, definitely check out our Gold Plus member. You can actually try it right now for $3. I highly recommend you check it out for 1 whole month. You guys can try the Plus Gold for $3. So definitely check it out. All right, let's see. Do these cases work with the Cricut Cub sheets? Oh, I think you're talking about the infusible. Yes, you can definitely use these with the infusible. So you can definitely take some super cute designs, cut them out, and use infusible ink as well. Let's see, what else do we have here? How do you place the case on the picture? Is a picture upside down? So what I did was I mirrored. So whenever I go to print it, you're going to mirror it, and it's going to, so you're sublimating it onto the white part. There's a silver and there's a white. You're going to sublimate it on the white part, and then the back silver part was what stuck to the adhesive here. So let's see here. The mini easy press works well as yes. So you can definitely use. Now I have personally tried, the little bitty baby one, and that did not work for me. It just didn't get hot enough, but I do know the 6x7, the 9, I think this is 9x9 and the 10x12, plus obviously a big old heat press will do it too. Let's see here. What else do we have? Can you use any printer for printing on the heat transfer sheets? Yeah, if you're talking about sublimation, you have to have a sublimation printer. But if you're talking about the heat transfer pages that you could put vinyl and things like that, you can use an inkjet for those. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? So are these inserts to put on a cell phone? I missed the beginning. Yes. So you're going to actually get the whole kit and caboodle. So whenever you purchase these, it's going to come with this cell phone case, right? And it's also going to come with these aluminum cases, the aluminum inserts. Now, you can also just purchase the inserts. So if you're making these for yourself and you want to replace these, you can peel this and put a new. I do believe you can even get the adhesive, but you literally, these things are like $1. They're super duper affordable, but you're going to get the case, whatever color you're wanting, and then you're going to get the aluminum. Just remember to peel off that clear coat when you sublimate these guys. Right, let's see what else we have. Do you have to have a sublimation printer, or can you be made with the pens or printed sheets? You could definitely do the infusible pens. So if you wanted to print out these designs and you wanted to hand color them in with the infusible ink pens, you can definitely do that as well. Let's see here. What else do we have? Is it rubber or plastic? These ones right here that I have, it's kind of like the sides. I don't know how to explain it. Hopefully I can bring it in close enough for you guys. Maybe you guys can see that here, but it is definitely rubber. I'll actually do this for y'all up here. Hopefully you guys can see that. See that? It's almost like a rubber on the side, but it's plastic, if that makes sense. So aluminum, it's got some rubber, but it's got some rubber to it, if that makes sense. Let's see. So if we don't have a printer, can we use pattern vinyl? You definitely can. That's a whole other thing too. You don't have to just sublimate with these phone cases. You can apply adhesive vinyl as well. And that's what I was talking about. You could definitely use your Cricuts with these. And if that's something that you guys want to see, drop a comment down below and we could definitely create a video doing some pattern vinyl and some designs as well for that. let's see, how does Inkscape differ from Designscape? They're very, very similar. So if you guys, now I do know Designscape, I don't think Inkscape has the smart, I'm trying to think of what it's called. Brittany will help me down in the comments, but it's a PSD file, and it has, I want to call Smart Object, but what it does is it does like mock-ups for you like instantly. So it has your mock-up, you drag and drop, and it creates your mock-up super, super easy. So there is some things like that that we have. Let's see here. What else do we have? In Designscape, is Designscape available with the Plus? It is available with the Gold Plus member. So if you want to try it now, like I said, right now, currently we have an offer going on for an entire month. You can try it for $3, and you can try the Plus member if you guys are not a Plus member yet for $1. The Silver, I believe, is $2. So it's bronze, $1, silver, $2, and then the gold is $3 right now. So if you guys have been wanting to try Designscape, I would just spend the $3, try out the Designscape all month long, and figure out if it's something you want to invest in. Let's see here. I am sorry, I missed how long you pressed. So what I did was 370. I even need to turn this off. So Cricut Easy Press 370 for 75 seconds, because what it is with the big heat press, it's calling for 370 for 1 minute and 15 seconds. So what I did was 60 plus 15, 75, so 370. So you don't even have to bump it all the way up. So if you guys have the original Cricut Easy Press, you guys can definitely sublimate with the original. 370, 75 seconds. So the sublimation paper goes on top of the plate that gets peeled. Yes. So before you stick it on here, you want to sublimate it. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your paper face down on before you stick it on here, like I said, and then you're going to sublimate just that aluminum sheet, and then you'll stick it on here. All right, let's see what else we have here. I believe that was the very last question, and I hope you guys cannot hear this car outside, but I am so, so excited. So let's go ahead and get ready for the giveaway. Now, remember, if you guys are on TikTok, I'm going to give you a few seconds to head on over to Facebook and YouTube so you guys can participate by entering #bundle. So let's get ready for the giveaway. All right, so I am so, so excited that everybody has hung out. Now I'm going to give it just 1 to 2 seconds for everybody to kind of get over from TikTok. So once again, if you guys are wanting to be a part of this, head on over to Facebook and YouTube and hurry up and hit that #bundle so you guys have a chance to win. So I'm going to go ahead and give it just a few more seconds, and let's go ahead and hit draw. So we're going to go ahead and hit draw here. Good luck to everybody. I am so, so excited for y'all. And then don't forget, you can start playing with your bundle today. So you guys can reach out, get that, and start playing today. Congratulations. I am so, so excited. Is it Edie? I want to say it's Edie. So congratulations. I'm so, so excited for you. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. Now, if you are the winner, definitely reach out, send an email to mail@designbundles.net. Tell them that you won today here on the, I believe you are on YouTube, and then just let them know what bundle, because it's a bundle of your choice, and then they will add it to your account. You can start playing today. So once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We really enjoy it. And if you guys create this today, make sure you use #designbundles so I can see your guys' creations, because we love to see what you guys are making. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.